This is Ancona Talk. Our channel is for the ambitious, for the hungry, for those who will never quit and always produce results and find a way to succeed. Here you're going to get access to a series of hand-picked interviews conducted by Peter J. Ancona as we explore the strengths, ambitions, and mindsets of the top producers at Ancona Real Estate and also our dedicated community leaders. So we encourage you, keep growing, keep learning, and one day soon, we could end up interviewing you right here. Enjoy today's video. Gilberto, welcome to Ancona Talk. It is such an honor to have you here. Our podcast is really highlighting the most ambitious agents within our company, those who are driven to success. So with that, thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
And we're just going to have a fun conversation that really highlights the ambition that I know that you have. So tell me where you're originally from and how long you've been in Miami.
So I'm original from Puerto Rico, and I've been in Miami around 9 years. Since yes, I graduated and I came directly to work in Miami.
And then how different is Miami from Puerto Rico to you?
So Miami is very different because Puerto Rico is an island, and it's very conservative. So Miami is a little bit more crazy, more spontaneous thing. Puerto Ricans are more conservative.
I love Puerto Rico. I went there a few times when I was a kid. My favorite hotel was the El San Juan Hotel.
Awesome.
Oh, the El San Juan Hotel. Yeah. So we used to go there, and then I remember people would get dressed up in gowns and tuxedos in the lobby, and in the lobby was live music.
Yes.
And I thought it was fascinating, the culture and the influence and just the overall the vibe, Also growing up, I was friends with someone that used to tell me their dad was famous. And we didn't believe him until we went to a store and we saw his dad with pictures with Sinatra and the Rat Pack and all these other very successful singers. And his dad was in Los Tres Panchos. And he used to tour, even as an older man, in Puerto Rico and also in China, which completely blew our minds. But I'm very familiar with it. And there's been a lot of also Miami influence to Puerto Rico. I think they remodeled the El San Juan using some Miami developers and some Miami influencers as well.
Yes.
Have you seen the hotel remodeled?
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it. Okay, so it might be your next stop when you go visit your
yes.
friends and family, which is pretty cool. So then you come to Miami, and is there more opportunity here than there is there? Is that the reason you ended up here?
Yes, almost all the people that from get the degree and they go, because in Puerto Rico the opportunities are a little bit less opportunity that they come here.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's a little more limited.
Yes.
There, and it's really good if you have a lot of money here and you want to
yes.
spend time there. But if you want to make money, then you come to the mainland there.
Yes, Puerto Rico is a niche. It's very some people have opportunities, but not all the people. Miami have, this here you can see people from all around the world. So that's why Miami is more similar in weather and everything. So it's better to come here.
We do share some similarities. The tropical vibe, right?
Yes.
Good energy, good people, ambitious people, and one of the reasons you're here is because you're really driven to success.
Exactly.
What do you think is something that has made you a driven person to achieve things?
My father is a businessman, but in my town, and I came from a very small town. So I think it's the second smallest in Puerto Rico. But they wait there, they think that it's an island. They don't have anything, on the limit to go on another place. I think was something inside of me that always there, that was I don't belong here. I see myself more in another place, doing even more than being in that town. So I think it's more personal, something that I born with.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? So you wanted more. You felt it, I guess. Yes. That's pretty cool. So then you end up in Miami, and do you remember the day or the year or the time when you decided to become a real estate agent?
So when I moved here to Miami, I started working right away and design. I was working in Italian furniture store.
Oh wow. So okay, so cool. So interior design and Italian
Yeah, I
furniture.
graduated as an architect and I moved here and I started working right away in Italian furniture store.
Okay.
And I was working directly with realtor.
Oh nice.
And I was seeing myself like listen, because I was designing and everything the whole day and I cannot be 6 hours sitting and looking, drawing. And for me, that was killing me
Right.
because I was seeing myself more and involved in the whole process and the selling process because I really more enjoy more being seeing what is on the scene, no? What the people are doing new. So I was
Yeah.
seeing myself more doing that.
I like the aspect of the job. We get to go out and see
Yes.
people and help people,
Yes.
and that's a really cool thing. So you were working at this job designing furniture and layouts, which, by the way, is a great skill to have
Yes.
as a real estate agent, because then you could walk into empty rooms and you could guide people as to what's the best way to sell it, what's the best way to get a lot of money from it. You could already picture furniture. A lot of people have issues with empty rooms. So
Yes.
that's a great skill that you bring to the table. But so you had this kind of epiphany moment at some point where you said, I want to become a realtor. Were you at the desk of that place? Would you go home and see something on a television show? Do you remember like when it hit you?
Was I was having like a internal issue, no? Like I said, like no, I did this. I'm not supposed to do that.
Mhm.
But at one point was like I need to leave that, and
Okay.
this is the way that I'm gonna go now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it, and let's go.
So there
So
was, it just came to you. It was like,
yeah,
I'm
like
going to do it. So you get the license, and then how did we find each other in this crazy world? How did we meet?
we meet through Anthony.
Through Anthony, okay. He's a great guy, top
Yes, yes,
producer, really good heart,
yes.
very consistent person. So that's pretty cool. So you came referred by Anthony. So then instantly
Yes.
I know you were going to be successful like him. And we go through this entire crazy training process. And the process that we have is designed to make people consistent with habits and then see what they can achieve through a consistent effort. So we go through the training, and I know you did amazing with it. You showed up to everything. You were very interactive. So I want to know from your perspective, let's start with the live day. How was that live day where we were in the office together and we really just put down foundations to success? How was that for you?
It was amazing because it's super necessary not to do it, and it was the perfect start for someone that doesn't have the experience, also the driving. It's something that they give full you to go and start working in the right way.
Sure, sure. So a lot of drive, a lot of energy.
Yes.
Was there a moment in the day, we call it an aha moment, where you kind of knew something you had to do to be successful, but I filled a little bit of a gap that made it click?
The structure,
Structure is everything, right?
everything
Yeah.
exactly. It's super important, but sometimes you forget, like you try to do something spontaneous, but now you need to you focus and concentrate.
Yeah, structure is everything,
Yes.
like there's no coincidences
No.
to success. People look at successful people and they say it's an instant success, but it's something for years, right?
Yes.
And we could equate that to anything. So like I could see you're in shape and you exercise and you work out. That's not a one-time thing. So you probably you work out how many times a week?
4 times.
4 times a week,
Yeah.
and how long on average?
I always do 1 hour. I
One
I
hour.
try to go 1 hour. Yeah.
Okay. And then on top of working out right, you probably eat healthy.
Yeah, I always try to watch what I eat. I don't, I'm so not so in that level, but yes, I try to eat healthy.
Right, and that's that magic sauce of the consistent effort
Yes.
on two different things leads you to have a six pack in Miami at the pool on the
Right.
weekend, right? So it's the same thing with when we want to be successful in business. So I'm glad you got that aha moment from there.
Yes.
And then from the live training, once I install like a lot of habits and patterns, I have you guys push for the biggest deals possible, some of the most unbelievable properties that our area has to offer. and you guys go to new construction properties like the Faina, like the Standard, all these wonderful places. How was the experience of you going week in, week out to put you in the environment for success going to these projects?
For me, I think was one of the most important because when I decided to come to Ancona, because I was seeing that you was going a lot to the new constructions, and that was one of my more.
Wasn't one of your routines, I guess, prior?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
my
gotcha.
priority exactly. So because when you go to new construction, you can, as me as a designer, I can go and experiment things that usually saw the kitchen that was you were seeing in the space and how they are doing, and also how the other realtors they are selling.
Correct.
And so sometimes you can judge like, hey, I know what you're saying, because they talk very general in things of finishes, but I know about the finishes. So
Right. You have a little expert knowledge,
exactly,
which is really cool.
when they talk to me about finishes, I already know that what they are selling, and that's nice. It's nice.
I think the difference between a good agent and a great agent are those details.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
you know the details and you have some skill sets that you bring to the table and you're ethical, right? These are the things that we go over and we teach.
Yes.
Was there a project that you fell in love with for yourself? Is there a project that you're like, I would buy here in a minute, and a project that you're pushing to your clients that you think is special?
1428.
1428 Brickell.
1428
Very
Brickell
nice.
is the first project that they incorporate the sustainability in the facade. And for me, it's an amazing project because now that's the next step, no?
Yes.
Incorporate a sustainability.
Sustainable. Yes, it's a sustainable project, which
Yes.
is
Also, it's a vertical villa, so they
yes.
are. It's very nice.
The two-story units
Yeah.
are gorgeous. Those sky villas.
The designer is Antonio Citeiro. That is a very famous architect.
Sure, sure. A lot of nice woods. A lot of
Yeah.
travertine. That's large
Yeah.
stones.
He's very famous because of he do also sofas, and
Right.
he worked with two brands with B&B Italia, so he's very, very well known.
Yeah, yeah. There's a nice influence there. You have
Yes.
like a New York vibe, but also a Mediterranean feel
Yes.
with it. Like I think those two are kind of merging there.
Yes.
That address is a great address. It's East Brickell, closer to the water, and it's a prime spot. So a lot of times we'll see projects announced and they're West Brickell or outskirts of Brickell, but that's central. Like
Yes,
that's the original Brickell
Brickell.
Avenue in the middle of it all, right by the waterfront, which is super cool.
Yes.
But yeah, I love that project. So that's a great one, and I'm sure you're going to do wonderful things in that project. So I have you go out to, all these crazy things, and then that builds up database and clientele and all that good stuff. And then we have some more crazy stuff in the trainings where if you get really large multi-million dollar listings, we would partner together, and we have some other mock meetings and all these other wonderful things. And it all just builds the agent up and really makes their confidence stronger. What are your farm areas that you're currently working in Miami?
I'm working in Biscayne Park, North Miami, Miami Shore. That's my farm area.
Those are great areas. For the people that don't know, those are our single family home areas,
yes.
which really, I've been in Miami 23 years. They've always been very consistent with holding value, and people love those areas. Like they're obsessed with Miami
Yes.
Shores. They're obsessed with Biscayne Park.
Yeah.
Biscayne Park is a fun fact, and I'm sure you know, is like a bird sanctuary, has like the most birds in Miami.
Yes, I know. I have
You have
I
birds
live
in-
there, and I have my backyard. I have a lot of birds.
It's full of birds, right?
Yes, I feed them. All the birds come, parrots, a lot of.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami has a lot of parrots. People don't know
Yes,
about that.
yes, I have
which is nice.
That's my my escape. Part of my routine. I go out. I try to enjoy the.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. What's your hobbies? Like, what do you enjoy? So is it bird watching, bird feeding?
No, in my backyard.
In your backyard, okay.
I come from a small town, so I'm super into like nature. I have a kayak. Yes.
You're close to the water,
Yeah, I
or
have
you're
a
on the
canal
water.
behind. Yeah.
Okay.
So I love kayaking. I do all of kind of stuff with nature and animals. So
So
it's
you
nice.
exercise, kayaking, nature, animals, all that good stuff.
Yes, yes.
I love watching birds too. It's funny that only happened when I got older. Now we we make fun with my wife that we became those people who watch birds or know what birds are. All
Yeah,
this good stuff.
but
So,
I from from my childhood, I always been in that.
of course. Now, do you also like the glam of Miami? Do you go to like the nice restaurants? Do you do the boats and the party
Yes,
and all that good stuff?
yes, it's part of Miami life. But
Right.
where I live, I have the best of two worlds. No, I escape from the Miami craziness, and then I go boating and eating nice restaurants.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, because your location is 15, 10 minutes away from some of the trendy spots, but you
Yes,
still have your quiet
yes,
home,
totally.
which is really nice. And I know you dress good. So did you always dress well since you were a little kid? Did someone teach you that? Is it part of the culture of Puerto Rico? Every time I see you, you dress
Yes.
really.
So when I was studying architecture, I was working in a very famous jewelry store in Puerto Rico. From that moment, I was always dressing well because I was selling $10,000 cufflinks. So
Wow, $10,000. Yeah.
you need to look good and be presentable to.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're selling $10,000
Yeah.
couplings, right? And then you could easily sell a $10 million apartment.
Exactly.
What is your farm area outside of Florida?
Puerto Rico. Yes, I
I
try
knew
to.
you were going to say that.
Yes.
So tell me about having clients from there that are coming here. How
Yeah.
was that experience?
Recently, I sold this apartment.
You sold a place recently before
Yeah.
this.
So
It was a nice price place, and you did a
yes.
great job selling it. That was recommended by someone from Puerto Rico, right?
Yes,
Okay,
what's our
nice.
recommendation? Puerto Ricans, they are trying to buy second homes here, and also sometimes they are trying to work remotely from here and then go there.
That makes sense. Okay, so they want to play here after they made some
Yeah,
money,
exactly.
and it's very close flight, so
Two
it's
hour, 2 hours and a half. So yeah, for Puerto Ricans, it's very easy to come here, work here, and go there, and living in both places. It's very.
And I know you have an appointment after this at the Standard, so you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have a buyer looking for an apartment to invest here in Miami. So I'm trying to go to all the new constructions and offer the best option for him.
Okay, I'm sure he's going to be excited about that. The Standard is a staple for relaxing and luxury and all that good stuff. We're at the point in the interview where you could ask me anything about us or the brokerage or myself. Is there anything that you love to know about your broker or the company?
What you can expect from your team?
My expectations are pretty open. So we only hire about 40% of the people we interview. And the number one thing for me is drive and ambition, which I highlighted earlier. I feel that if someone has the drive with the hunger, we can create a super agent.
Yeah.
But I cannot give drive and hunger to people. That has to come from within. I try to encourage it as much as I can. And every training group, I'm surprised with who emerges as a leader that is driven. So you're one of those leaders that is driven, which is why you're on this podcast. And I think a leader is someone that takes action, someone that takes initiative, someone that is courageous. Doesn't mean you might be worried about doing something, but you still do it in order to grow. Every training group, those people emerge. And then I'm always amazed at seeing the growth. And the growth is they usually have deals that are over $1 million, listings that are over $1 million. And then they start to make the income they always dreamed of and become the person they always dream of, which is a self-sufficient person who creates a lot of energy, marketing, and gets known in their farms and then closes deals. And what happens is we eventually get to a point where we're high-fiving each other and there's a lot of mutual respect towards each other because we both grow together. So that for me is a gift, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's a wonderful question. So my expectations are open, and I know everybody can be whatever they want to be. They just have to be consistent with what's taught. So which is pretty cool. So thank you for asking that one. And I know we share other passions with mindset. I know you recently went to the Tony Robbins Unlimited Power Within. I've done that myself. Was there something that you got from that seminar as well that was also something that made you stronger?
That definitely you have to see yourself like what you want to go, and also what you are losing
That's
to
true.
not go there.
Yeah, I love that exercise, right? It's where you want to be
Yes.
and being specific about where you want to be. There's alternate realities as to your choice.
Yes.
Right? So
Exactly.
that's really cool. So we'll have fun as we end our podcast. I invite everybody back who achieves a certain goal that we're going to go over right now. And the goal is within the next 6 to 12 months, you're selling a dream property, and we're going to get very specific on both the client and the property. And when I invite you back here, you have already sold that property and we're talking about it. So we're going to start with the property itself. Is it a condo or a house?
It's a condo.
A condo, okay.
Yes.
Now let's get very specific on the details to help bring it to reality. Which building would it be?
Which building? I think it's gonna be Faena.
Faena, okay,
Yes.
great, great. How big is the unit? Is it a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, penthouse, sky villa?
It's gonna be the penthouse. Why
The
not?
penthouse, okay. Go for the top.
Yes, exactly. Why go to the bottom? Yeah, we're gonna go to the best one.
Okay,
So we're gonna go. I'm gonna work for the penthouse. So
okay, perfect.
that's
So
the goal.
top floor trophy penthouse. Last I believe we left off, it was in the 30 million-ish range. I believe in somewhere in that. And there was more than, I think, 5 or 6 bedrooms, private pool, and it's just the best that you can offer. The location, for those who don't know or watching this, is the Miami River, which is adjacent to Brickell. And if you've ever been to the Faena Miami Beach, the Faena by the river is going to be unbelievably absurd with its own private yacht that's already there, amenities people have never seen before. So that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about the buyer. Who is the buyer going to be? How old are they, and are they male or female?
The buyers is gonna be from 40, 50, enjoy life, enjoy art, enjoy moments, you know. So that's the client that contact me to buy the unit.
Male or female?
I think what's in my amen.
Amen, okay. Yes. And then for work, how do they make their money or their millions? Or
They are investors.
As a magic question, which I know you're gonna, I already probably know your answer. Where is he from in the world?
Any country. We from Puerto Rico. Maybe it was Bad Bunny.
See,
maybe it's Bad Bunny. You know.
It's Bad Bunny. It could
so
be
Bad Bunny. If you are seeing this, you have to contact me.
It could be Bad Bunny. There you go.
Yes.
I was hoping you'd say Puerto Rico. I'm thinking it's someone from Puerto Rico as well. So what we'll do now is you're going to talk to your client from Puerto Rico who's in their 40s and 50s, that is a male, that's a successful investor that's going to buy the Faena penthouse. And all you're going to say is you're going to look in the camera and say, congratulations to my wonderful client. And then when we're done with that, I'm just going to high five you and congratulate you on doing a wonderful interview. So with that, I leave you to talk to your ideal client, and then I'm going to invite you back on when you sell that penthouse.
Muchas felicidades por su adquisición. Ha sido un placer haberle servido en este proceso. Ha seleccionado un proyecto excepcional donde no solamente vas a crear memorias, vas a tener un legado por siempre.
All right. Congratulations, you did it. That's it. Our hope was today's video at Ancona Talk inspired you and you found value. If you would like to work for our brokerage, connect with one of our many agents, or use our real estate services, then all of our contact information is below for you to message us and we'll immediately reply. We send you good fortune and blessings on your journey.